What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City preview. This time it is the away match against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium in the first game of the season of the 2018-19 season, and it's the first match Man City have played in the Premier League since hitting 100 points, being Premier League champions. Wasn't last season just fantastic? If we can get anywhere close to that this season, then we're in for an absolutely fantastic season. It was just mesmerising at times, and it was just so lucky what we were watching. And this time, right back in the thick of it, one of the most difficult games of the season. We're going to Arsenal. Arsenal now without Arsene Wenger, replaced Arsene Wenger with Unai Emery, the former Sevilla and former PSG manager. Probably going to be bringing new philosophies, new style of plays to Arsenal. Maybe giving them the much needed kick up the backside that Arsenal need, and they're also here to freshen up the squad and bring in some freshness that's needed at Arsenal, like I said. So very difficult this for Manchester City. This game could go one way or the other, really. Man City could end up controlling the game like we did at Wembley against Chelsea, who were under new management as well. We ended up dictating the game, punishing them and showing why we hit 100 points last season and why we were champions and why we were League Cup champions too. Or Arsenal could end up settling into the game, taking the game to Manchester City because there's so much that's new there. They're eager to impress. The crowd may well be optimistic. They've had a takeover, so I'm sensing a bit of pessimism there rather than optimism at the moment, but we'll wait and see how the game goes. Very important game this for Arsenal. It sets up the season for them, basically. Are they in for a good season? They're not in for a good season. The strength in depth at Arsenal isn't as strong. They probably haven't spent as much money as what they were hoping for, Arsenal. They're without a couple of players for this game. They've also got Bellerin going up against Sane again, where Leroy Sane ended up teaching Bellerin a couple of lessons last season, so they've got that to cope with. So Leroy Sane is certainly going to be a starter here, but Arsenal's going to be without Shade Kolasinac and Laurent Koscielny, so I'm expecting a new debut for Arsenal from one of their new signings, which is Socrates. Is that how you say his name, or Socrates? I don't know how you say his name, but I'm expecting him to be starting for Arsenal. I'm expecting to see Maitland-Niles at left back. I'm expecting Bellerin to start. Interesting for the goalkeeping position, Petr Cech fallen down the order last season. 3 of the 5 friendly games they were played by Bernard Leno. He's may well starting net for this game. Interesting, a lot of competition for places at Arsenal. Man City are here to try and show what we do. Arsenal need to find a way of stopping that, as we showed at Wembley last week. Arsenal need to find a way of dealing with that. How do they go about that one? Well, first up, Arsenal need to do the basics right of football, which is passing the ball, make sure they cut out the silly errors and stop Man City hitting them on the counter-attack, and making sure that they don't show too much respect to Manchester City. You've got to respect them to a certain degree, not too much respect that you stop doing your thing and stop playing your game. They need to take the game to Manchester City. It's easier said than done, but Arsenal have got the quality there. They've got Ozil still there. They've got players like Mkhitaryan that can cause problems and dead quick as well. They've got players that can hurt Manchester City. Manchester City have also got players that can hurt Arsenal, and it's a very exciting game. Game of the weekend, this for me, and it couldn't possibly be more difficult for Man City in terms of away games. Equally as it's difficult for Man City, though, it's equally as difficult for Arsenal. If they didn't want a game, first game of the season, they'd say you don't want to face Manchester City, but that's what they've got. So anything can happen in this game. It's just exactly like it was against Chelsea. Anything can happen. This is exactly the same, just as unpredictable. Welcome to the Premier League and welcome to football. So we'll crack on with Man City now. Bit of team news. David Silva has a mysterious injury. I've not heard anything mentioned of him, or certainly not in the press conference that had gone on in the first parts of it anyway before recording this video. Not heard much on David Silva, so I'm not expecting David Silva to start in this game, which is a blow. So we may well see Bernardo Silva move centrally, which means we're almost certain to see Riyad Mahrez start up front for Manchester City. In terms of the defence, Vincent Kompany's starting to return back. Nicolas Otamendi's returned back with training. He also got some minutes. I think both of them got some minutes at Wembley. I'm expecting Man City to go with near enough the same side that was at Wembley. I'm expecting us to go with John Stones and Laporte. Absolutely fantastic at the centre-back. I'm expecting Ederson to resume his position as Man City's Premier League goalkeeper and Man City's #1 ahead of Claudio Bravo, even though he's had a good pre-season and a good time at Wembley, barring one or two little, tiny mistakes that he made, which was a little bit dangerous, but there you go, that's how Manchester City play. I'm also expecting that we're going to see Benjamin Mendy playing, so it's nice to have Benjamin Mendy back as well. I'm also expecting that Fernandinho will probably play in this game, then just take your pick who you get put up front. Like I said, I'm expecting Riyad Mahrez and Leroy Sané to be playing. Raheem Sterling has returned, by the way. Kevin De Bruyne has returned. We'll probably be seeing De Bruyne too. Is it going to be Jesus? Is it going to be Aguero up front? I'm going to go for Aguero. So I'm going to put my team prediction anyway. I just spoke through it there for you all to see. And that's going to be my team prediction. So I'm going to ask you to leave in your comments what you think the Manchester City team will be for this game. Like I said, it's a very unpredictable one. It's as unpredictable as what it was last weekend. Anything can happen. Anyone can start. Don't be surprised to see a couple of youngsters on the bench too. A couple of youngsters have already left out on loan, including Nemicha. So obviously they won't be featuring, but we may well be seeing some other youngsters. So expect to see probably Brahim Diaz, Phil Foden, the usual suspects. Maybe we see Garcia too on the bench. We will wait and see, but I'm expecting it'll probably be Otamendi and company on the bench that we see rather than Garcia. But stranger things have happened. This is Pep. Anything is possible with a team prediction. So score prediction. This is very difficult. I mean, what would you be happy with, Blues? Are we happy with a draw? Are we happy to, you know, be Arsenal away done? I'm looking for a win. Always looking for a win. I won't be too disappointed with a draw if we was to pick up a draw. As long as we played well, we performed well. It's a difficult game out of the way. A win would be absolutely fantastic. I mean, a draw, I'll be settled with a draw. I mean, I'm not going to come back and go, oh, there's concerns there. If we lose the game, then obviously Arsenal will have earned the win. And stating the obvious there's a little bit of Michael Owen from me. But I hope you get what I mean from that. I mean, that if Man City lose, Man City 9 times out of 10 normally turn up and play well. And to beat Man City, you have to be on top form, which means that Arsenal will have earned their win if they end up picking up the 3 points from this game. It's a difficult one for Arsenal. It's a difficult one for Man City. My head's telling me 1-1. My heart's telling me that Man City might win this game 2-1, 3-1. I'd be happy with a clean sheet if we could pick up one, though. A win, superb. It'll set us off for the season, certainly, and then it'll head us nicely into the next game, the home game, up against Huddersfield. Like I said, it's first game of the season. Absolutely anything's possible. You don't know what shape Arsenal's in. You don't know what shape Man City's in. Who knows? Anything can happen. Unpredictable. Leave in the comments what you think the score's going to be. So there we go. That's been the preview. I've covered the team news, covered the team prediction, covered the score predictions. Arsenal, under Unai Emery, I've not watched a lot of them in pre-season, so I'm sure Arsenal fans will be able to give a much fairer comment on how they're going to perform. But they've got new ideas, new philosophies to learn. They're not going to learn that within a few weeks of their new manager being there. That'll come as the season goes on. I do think Unai Emery is a very good manager for them, though. He's a refreshing face for Arsenal after having many years of Arsene Wenger. So I'm sure that's something for Arsenal fans to hold on to. My opinion, I think Man City might be too strong here. Man City are a very settled side. Just going off the Community Shield last week of how strong the side was. They just came in, turned up, passed the ball around, scored goals and won, which is basically what Manchester City do. The big pitch, though, at Arsenal, possession-wise football, Unai Emery likes possession, he likes keeping the ball, he likes working the play forward, he likes getting forward, attacking, scoring goals. Absolutely anything is possible. I mean, just think back to when Sevilla, a very decent side under Unai Emery. I'm expecting Arsenal to be something similar. Very difficult to beat, particularly on their own turf. But we'll have our answer on Sunday, so let me know what you think of that in the comments. So there we go. That's been the match preview. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Like I said, leave in the comments any thoughts that you have. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because we will have the analysis and review of the game up after the game for you all to enjoy. Also got fantasy football running, so I'm going to leave the links to them in the description below. If you want to join it, that's going to be open all weekend for you to join. Then I'm going to close it. So if you want to join, be part of the fantasy team, my fantasy league, and also a couple of fantasy videos that I'm sure will be running throughout the season, you want to feature in them, then make sure that you do join the league. Link to them in the description below. And also don't forget to check out my social media links. They're also in the description below if you want to go and follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Leave the links to my emails if you want to go check me out on that and hit me up with any emails or any inquiries. And also I'm going to leave the links up to my second channel, JSGC Gaming, and also my brother's partner channel, Mixed, doing mixology drinks. You want to go and check them out, like and subscribe over there. I also feature in his videos too sometimes. You want to go and check them out. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for another football video and another Manchester City video. So I'll see you all then. So it's been JSGC. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the game, enjoy your weekend. Peace. Ciao for now.